Hi, this is Wiley Sharp with Catamaran Central, and today I'm going to take you for a video walkthrough on board the Space Between. She's a 2011 Leopard 46, currently in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm going to have the full spec sheet and pricing in the description down below. All in all, though, this is a really well-equipped, well-upgraded Leopard 46, and honestly, one of the nicer 46s I've been on in quite some time. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump aboard. We're going to begin today's tour on the Space Between here on the port aft sugar scoop. Through here, we have the first of two mechanical spaces, which house Yanmar 4JH series motors paired to SD50 sail drives. Taking a look at the davit, I mean, first thing that I love about the davit is the fact that it's got electric winches. The davit setup on the Leopard 46 is a good davit system, but the actual way that you do it from the factory with these small self-tailing Lumar winches isn't really the greatest setup, and I've seen people run the lines back to the electric winch at the helm, but having the electric winches on the davits just makes it a much easier process. Another thing we'll point out before we make our way into the cockpit is the boat's got Seadeck throughout, which I personally love Seadeck. We're putting it on our personal boat, and it just feels really nice underfoot, and it helps keep the boat looking cleaner. Through here, we've got a hot cold shower. And then overhead, we've got over 1,500 watts of solar panel. We've got some Arctic large chest style coolers. Give you guys kind of a quick pano through the cockpit. Now, Leopard 46 is always a boat that I've got a huge soft spot for. I was talking with the owners of the boat, and I did a delivery from South Africa on one of the first holes many years ago, and I've always found this to be an incredibly comfortable boat, as well as a very good sailing boat, particularly for kind of like a cruising style cat. We're going to come back to the cockpit, and before we do that, though, we're going to take a look at the helm and go around to the foredeck. Through here, we've got the second mechanical space, and on this engine it's got a 24-volt upgraded alternator. Continuing up the starboard weather deck, you'll see it's synthetic lifelines, which is a nice touch. And then we're going to come up to the helm. I love the helm seat. So this is a helm seat that you would find on a kind of offshore style center console. So you've got the bolsters when they're up like this, but they also fold down into a seating arrangement with armrests too. It's a really nice setup. Boat's equipped with all new Garmin Electronics, as well as a quick anchor windlass, control and counter so you can drop the anchor from the helm. And then this winch on the outboard side is a powered winch, which makes it very easy to raise and drop the main, as well as use your furling line for the jib. The engine control panels were all replaced. So it's a nice clean setup. We're going to make our way up the starboard weather deck. So I love the grab rails going up forward. I always found these to be a very comfortable boat offshore and just a well laid out design. We've got Seadeck up forward as well, which is just another nice detail, helps keep the boat clean and all of that good stuff. Large single piece trampoline. Through that hatch we have one of two forepeaks, which is being utilized as storage, although you could convert that one back to a captain's cabin if you wanted, with a full head and wet shower. And then over here we've got another berth, which is being utilized as storage, but could be converted back to a cabin. I'm gonna give you guys just kind of a quick pano through the space. And then we're going to make our way up to the hardtop. Boat's equipped with the standard Leopard mast, which is a single spreader rig with dual shrouds and a forestay. Sailbags in fantastic condition. And then you'll be able to see the solar panels from up top. And then just like another nice small detail, I love that the life raft is up here. From the factory, they put it in the port lazarette, which is not really a good place. You lose a lot of storage, as well as it's just hard to deploy in the event of an emergency. So continuing forward, we're going to make our way down the port weather deck and into the cockpit. Through here, we've got a large lazarette, which is where the life raft is placed at the factory. Although, as I already pointed out, it's up top. We have sunshades that drop down. And a weed whacker going in the background. Through here, we have the propane locker. Although the only propane on the boat is the barbecue grill. You'll see when we go inside that everything is electric in the galley. We've got additional storage here. A Dometic refrigerator, filtered water tap, which is another water filter at the galley sink. And then this large settee with this custom finished table. And you can see the sea deck throughout. Let's go ahead and make our way inside the boat. Okay, making our way on the spaces between. First thing we're gonna do is look at the nav panel here, port aft. And you can see they've got a Victron display, all of your 12 volt up here. We've got the 110 panel down here. We've got thermostats for the refrigerator, which is kind of nice to be able to quickly reference what's going on. We've got the 3 air conditioning control units, as well as the remote start for the Northern Lights generator. As we continue our way forward from there, we've got the television mounted here, as well as the sound bar. I'm going to give you guys kind of a quick pano through the space. These Leopard 46s are just timeless classic yachts. So L-shape, or sorry, I guess it'd technically be a U-shaped settee forward. Through the chest here, we've got an ISCO fridge freezer combo, which supplements the cold storage, which I failed to mention is below the nav station. Boat, as I already mentioned outside, has a full JL audio system. And then through here, we've got all of the electrical system on board the boat. Continuing to the starboard forward portion of the nav station, you can see we've got a lower display. We've got an iPad running Active Captain, battery chargers, USB chargers. We've got a Garmin display, as well as an autopilot control and a JBL control. So you can run this entire boat from the nav station minus the motors. Another nice little minor detail is they added a fan right above the nav station, which is just a nice comfort feature. Now the countertops here on board the boat, this is an epoxy covering, which really looks like stone or marble, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And then another thing they did is they changed the doors on all of the cabinets throughout the boat, which really looks quite nice. We've got a dual burner induction cooktop, as well as a convection oven down below and the microwave above. Plenty of storage above the galley. We've got a dual basin sink. Underneath here, we've got the drying basin that Leopard's known for. Storage underneath. Let's go ahead and make our way down the starboard companionway. Coming down the starboard companionway, we get to the first of 4 cabins on board the boat. You can see how much thicker the mattresses are than the factory mattress. It's because they've got a memory foam topper. We've got the shade shut now, otherwise the place here would be overexposed, but tons of natural light comes into the space. We've got storage beneath the berth, as well as on the shelves on the inboard side, and a hanging locker here. We've got a dry head, and then behind the door, we have the electric head. Continuing our way aft, we get to the second stateroom on board the boat. And just flip the light switch on. So this is what they use as the owner's stateroom. So you can see they've actually got a larger berth on here than the factory berth. And this custom fan, it's running now and you can't even hear it. So it's just a very, very comfortable living quarter. And then we've got the second head, which is identical to the head we already saw. We're going to make our way across the salon and just take a quick look at the other 2 staterooms on board. Oop, I forgot to turn on these lights, so I'll do that real quick. Just like we saw over on the starboard side. And you can see the woodwork on the boat is all in great shape. I mean, the boat was originally in charter. And, yeah, it's got, a little bit of wear and tear here and there like you'd expect on a boat of this age. But overall, it's in fantastic condition. We've got the third head, which is identical to the two we already took a look at. And then we're going to make our way to the port aft cabin on board, which is identical to the starboard aft cabin we already took a look at. So there you go. That's space between. If you have any questions on the boat, leave a comment down below, shoot us an email. And as always, if you like what we have to say, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks and have a good day.